And then we have our final reveal.
Yeah, let's do it. Man, this one has been a hard secret to keep. And it was extremely funny going through this whole weekend, and people were just like, "It's over, it's over." Capcom doesn't care about Dogma. Like, what are you guys doing? They don't care. And we're just like, "Oh man, just you wait."
And then.
But no, seriously, I mean, once the team was kind of wrapping up Dragon's Dogma 2 and kind of figuring out like next steps, and there was lots of updates and things like that after launch, but. Trying to figure out like, well, what do we want to do next with the game? And I think really what the team settled on is it's going to take some time. And they went back to just really put their heads down and work on development. And now they are back with Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, which we can talk about like the name, the subtitle coming back again in a little bit. But the team really worked hard for this day to really bring back a really substantial expansion, so we're really happy that we finally been able to announce it. And we show up at a Nintendo Direct, which I think kind of a lot of people off guard because the game's not on Nintendo Switch 2 until we announced it. So this is the area called Norgan. This is a snowy northern region where the Arisen has been called to. And this is kind of the big new area in the expansion. We'll talk a little bit about in the future about how people will get there and experience this, but you can kind of rest assured there's going to be a lot of challenges, and it even says right there, harsh trials.
You shall not harm
and of course your pawns are back, so and you will have new skills and new ways to fight. And also, of course, like new enemies, like different types of dragons. I think a lot of people pick this out here, and that this is like some returning magic from past games that is currently not in the base games.
Over here, Master. I can help you up.
Like just breaking that, it looks so satisfying. I do want to talk a little bit about. I don't know if it gets shown later. Okay, it doesn't. So. The reason why, and we're going to talk more about this in the future, but the reason why it's called Dark Arisen is intentional. It's not because we were just like, oh, we need a subtitle and we're just going to call it Dark Arisen again. But the gameplay loop in Norgan is it's similar to kind of like the loop of like treasure hunting and loot in the original Dark Arisen and Bitter Black Isle. And so this time we're calling it, we've given it a name, we're calling it the Relic Expedition Cycle. And think of this new Norgan area kind of similarly to Bitter Black Isle in that it's not the exact same thing, but kind of that loop of discovering loot and then having it appraised and continue that cycle is a key part of Dark Arisen. And so when the team is thinking about, well, what do we want to call this, like the team did intentionally design something that is like captures that Dark Arisen feel, and people love that Bitter Black Isle content in the first Dark Arisen. So we're happy to share that is coming back, and that it's coming back better than ever because you're not stuck in like a dungeon anymore. You are like literally out in this like big area. So very exciting.
Downfall is at hand.
And then just a little bit about the story here, which I don't think I can say too much, but you have come to this area for a reason. There is a mysterious character named Air, and this dragon that like just like the design is like crazy. It's so cool. But it looks like dead, right? It doesn't look right. Yeah, it's hollow. It has no heart.
That's very cool.
Which hearts are like such a key part of Dragon's Dogma. Like the dragon in Dragon's Dogma 2 takes your heart. That's the whole point of the journey. You're trying to get your heart back. This one doesn't have one. Yeah, Too Dark, Too Arisen, and this is a mysterious character named Air, so we'll find out what her deal is and why she's pursuing the dragon in the story, but yeah. October 9th, 2026, yeah, coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so if you're buying it on Nintendo Switch 2, it's just one package, so it'll come together with base Dragon's Dogma 2 and Dark Arisen, and then on the other platforms you can buy it as an expansion pack, or as expansion DLC, so yeah, and we have released some title updates. So the first one is already out now. It comes with a ton of quality of life features, It's got the Eternal Fairy Stone. It's got a better photo mode. You can turn off your helm. We have I printed out like the whole list of things because it's more than I can remember. But it's a pretty insane amount of patch notes. And then we also have another patch in August, which we also shared the patch notes for that. And that one's going to be focused on balance changes. It has a huge focus on performance improvements, which I can't talk too much about like the exact specifics of the performance improvements, but they are substantial, and the team has really done a lot of great work in that area. But I think one of the coolest additions in that update is you're going to go from 4 skill slots to 6, which I know that was one of the points of feedback from the original game, is that we actually lost some skill slots, so you're going to be able to get some back, and now have a total of 6. But yeah, that's Dark Arisen. I've been talking a lot. I'm so excited for this. Like, you know, just knowing that this was coming, and like the despair that people like were in, or just like, oh my gosh, like why did they put Dogma on the slide if there's no expansion? Like there's no game. I'm just like, oh come on, guys.
It happened a lot too.
Yeah, we like, you know, the team, dev teams like game development takes time.
Yes,
it takes time,
and it needs to be the right time.
Yeah, and if we had told you like 2 years ago, like, you know, this thing is, you know, like we're doing something, like, you know, maybe we don't even know exactly like what the scope of what we're making is yet. So I think the team really wanted to make sure that when we came back, you didn't have to wait that long. So now you have 2 updates, one that's already out and another one that's coming, and then you can look forward to the launch of the expansion on the 9th.
Less than 4 months away.
Yeah. And we're going to be showing much more about this, like the whole Norgan area, the Relic expedition cycle, everything about the gameplay. I also forgot to mention that we are adding 12 dungeons to the original game as part of the expansion. I know like there are some eagle-eyed people who are trying to like find out like spots on the map where it might show up, but that is something that's coming to the base game as part of the expansion, so it's going to add just a ton more content into the base game as well. And as well as that, there's going to be some new customization options too.